Hello and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You're gathered with us this fine Tuesday for the Cookout podcast, where we're talking about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling.
Yes, we are here as always on Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, same bad time, same bad channel. And look who's back with us after a long hiatus. Miss
I
CM is
came,
back in the
I
house.
came back and then y'all started watching Mr. McMahon and I just could not
You just
with
cannot
Use
do
the
it.
roof.
with the lies.
Just,
So
just cannot do it.
is he still
All
raising the roof?
right.
Okay.
Is he? Is he what?
He was raising the roof and I had to stop because I couldn't look at him raise the roof and keep a straight face.
That's hysterical. All right. So with CM back as usual, we'll start it off with our clown of the week. I don't know that I don't have any kind of banner, so just gotta go
It's
ahead and let us
still
know who you're. Oh, that's the wrong one. Dolores is here, so I'm busy trying to make my way through here. There's our ticker. All right, you can just give us your clown of the week. Who's your clown of the week?
Clown of the week is as per usual punk ass Phil. This
Punk
time
ass Bill.
I do have a reason this time. I do have a reason. I have an actual reason. And not just because I don't as a feel good feel to
Bill.
you people who like him. Um you switch up more than somebody mad at their baby father does. Because I've never in my life heard AEW good, WWE bad, flip to WWE good, AEW bad so quickly. Except from Cody. But Cody is a politician, so I expect it. Phil, I wasted time in matches on in the AEW. What matches did you waste, Phil? Was it the ones where you looked hard? Like Phil, it takes a lot to make Chris Jericho look like a good wrestler right now. And Phil, you achieved that. Congratulations. You made Chris Jericho's flabby self look like a great wrestler compared to you.
Um,
Phil, hold on. Phil, clown of the week for simply just being a jackass and existing. And switching up so quickly. I hope one day the Miz gives you exactly what you deserve. But when you talk all that shit about him and they make you go to the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Go ahead, Sam.
I don't think the politician that is Cody Rhodes has ever said anything specifically bad about either company.
Yes. He has said several things
Oh,
in being the elite about WWE. In his promo about
not on
WWE,
TV.
in his actions towards WWE, and now in his interviews he's saying interesting things about AEW. To
Mm.
which I am now starting to question, was his desire to participate in the startup of AEW simply a way to get his star up to go back to WWE, much like CM Punk's was, which on a business level, yay, good thing. On a personal level, that's dick moves.
It was pretty evident with CM Punk though, because he did the backstage show for Fox, and it's like you want back in WWE, but WWE doesn't really want you back, so you came here instead.
That is one thing I will give Vince. Vince stood on business about that and was like, fuck you, Phil. I don't like you. I don't want you back. I appreciate Vince for that. Because Phil spent a lot of time saying, I would never go back to WWE. I hate WWE. And then he's like, oh, my dream was to always go back to WWE. I don't think I've heard that much switching up since I was in college and we got caught like in the dorms doing something stupid we weren't even supposed to do. And I don't even remember what it was, but like just doing stupid shit and being like, it wasn't, I didn't mean to do it, but if I did mean to do it, it was because of this. That's what it gives me. And
Like
that was near 2 decades ago.
like when I think of major switch ups, like the only one I can really think of is Mitt Romney.
I could think of some. I could think of a more recent one, but I don't think we want to talk about politics. So
Oh no, I was just stating him because like all of his policies, like he flipped on them as soon as he decided to run for president. It's like, oh, okay, I see you. You're a person who can't be trusted.
again, politicians. In the words
Right.
of Vince McMahon's theme song, "Crooked Politicians." But yes,
well, to be fair,
actual reason
I was going to say, okay.
as I wear
Sorry.
my book club outfit.
I was going to say, needless to say, you didn't watch Mr. McGinn, but you didn't miss anything anyhow. So there wasn't a whole lot there that was like new or anything that was exciting per se. So
Well, the things that we didn't know, I'm pretty sure CM already knew.
And
that's
the things
probably
that
true as
y'all
well.
still don't know, and we'll probably never know until that man croaks. Vince would be a great case study for anyone who wants to be a psychologist. Like the actual truth behind who he is and why he is the way he is would be a great dissertation topic. You could do Freud, you could do nature versus nurture. There's so many ways you could take that.
Dude has daddy issues.
Dude has mommy issues more than daddy issues.
Oh wow. They didn't go into that part.
They're not even. Did they touch on why he didn't see his father for like the first 12 years of his life?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, they said that he wasn't involved and that him and his mom were poor and that kind of stuff, but they didn't touch on like exactly why mom and dad weren't per se together or why he wasn't accepting his child per se.
Mm-hmm. I bet they don't. For once, Ryback told the truth. But we're here to talk about Lucha Underground.
I
Yes.
also want to point out they never talked about Vince's brother either.
That's true. They did not.
Did they talk about how he met them at?
Talk
Yeah,
about what?
I think they did.
Did they say church or school?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And North
I do
Carolinians
not
are
remember.
interesting people.
Well, we are gathered here. We're going to watch the first episode of Lucha Underground, Season 1. It is available on Amazon Prime for $1.99 an episode, or it sounds like Sammy might have found it. Where? Daily Motion?
Hypothetically,
Daily Motion?
if you wanted
Hypothetically?
to elsewhere.
Allegedly. So, yes. If everyone's ready, without further ado, we will press play and watch the first episode. Y'all ready?
Always ready.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Let me turn my volume down so you guys don't pick up the volume. The sound. Lucha Underground. Let's go.
I love this show.
Right?
It was so dang good. I was so disappointed in Ricochet.
Let me put on my captions so I make sure I catch everything since I don't have my the volume up loud enough to hear. Because it was heavy storytelling for sure. You got to pay attention to the storyline.
Well, I mean, it was meant to be an episodic movie.
Right, yeah.
Robert Rodriguez was involved.
Right. Yeah, it's not your regular wrestling show, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
I love this beginning. The opening with the Aztec warriors and the
In the jail.
right.
While this is happening, because I've seen every episode of Lucha Underground multiple times, I'm gonna talk to you guys while these guys watch. For those of you who don't know, Lucha Underground was a really great wrestling promotion co-founded by Robert Rodriguez. Of most modern people know him of Spy Kids fame.
Spy Kids fame.
Yes. It was pitched to be a weekly episodic wrestling show where you have these luchadors and the story is different from anything that you've ever seen. And it had a lot of really great stories. The last season, not so much because a lot of funding issues, but season 1 was really something that showed wrestling could be sports entertainment. It is very much sports entertainment. From Lucha Underground, you got Evilise, you got Son of Havoc, you got Prince Puma, who is now Ricochet. Swerve Strickland came through. Dante Fox, aka AR Fox. Sammy Guevara was there towards the end. Sonny Kiss came through at the end. Vampiro and Matt Striker were your announced team. You had Pentagon. And Phoenix, one of the best intergender wrestling matches ever. When Pentagon had to run the gauntlet of Blood.
Yeah. This was the first time I ever saw Melissa Santos.
It was the first time we got introduced to so many people.
Oh, and they started off the show with a live band too.
We're in the temple.
For our watchers, you may recognize this studio if you watch Baddies or Zeus at all, because that's where they filmed the reunions. It is actually like a set.
This show really gave so many wrestlers either a first chance or a second chance.
Right?
Like so many dudes I'd never seen before, I saw for the first time on this show. And also a lot of dudes who it felt like their career was, pittering out, like they had left WWE and they didn't really have anywhere else to go, and they came here and it helped revitalize them a bit.
Dario Cueto's in the ring.
I just knew that Lucha Underground was gonna be around like forever. That it was
right.
Something it was gonna set the world afire. And those who really participated learned a lot. You could tell about how filming worked and all that stuff. I hate it ended how it ended.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be around for a long time too.
It was so good. I love this show, man.
Some of the best things though are short-lived and come and go quick, and this is one of them.
Like the Battle of the Gods, like that belt was beautiful.
Ooh, Dario with the briefcase for over $100,000 in the middle of the ring.
Shit,
4 seasons is not a long time.
It's not. I mean, to be fair, they have 22 episodes like each year, so I mean, I think they had a total of 88 episodes, which isn't. I mean, that's a fair amount of episodes, but still, I mean, it's not enough for how good it was.
The problem is you need 100 for syndication. If they had gotten to like 100, they would have been in syndication, and they could have been playing like places, and people could have potentially gotten money from it. But that's part of the reason.
One more season.
Hmm.
All they needed was one more season.
There is our owner, Dario Cueto.
Oh yeah, Jeff Cobb. The monster
Matanza. The monster, Matanza Cueto. Yep, we're going to get our first match here. El Hijo de Azul, Blue Demon Jr.
the years when
I
WWE.
know he gets a bad rep, and maybe you guys can tell me why or what he's done because I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. I really have always enjoyed, and I really liked him on here, Matt Stryker, but for some reason, I guess he's got a bad reputation, or like people don't want to work with him. I mean, they don't. Is that true? Have you guys heard that, or do you know? Like,
I think you said some things. I think that's what it is. I am
Ooh, Chavo.
that
right?
sound
Ooh, Chavo.
and ALW
Oh.
made it worse.
I just remembered Talking Chopomania, him having the long-standing feud with Rocky Romero, but Rocky Romero was wearing a mask and went by a different name. I can't think of what Rocky Romero went by, but Chavo was like, the Guerreros and the so-and-sos have been feuding for generations.
That's funny.
I watched that with my buddy while drinking White Claws, and he coughed up something from his lungs that's been in there for years. We were having a ball.
That sounds all kinds of wrong.
When you laugh so hard and you cough something up,
Yeah. That's
I just worded it in my weird backwards way.
opening match, episode 1, Chavo versus Blue Demon.
And you said Blue Demon is Jeff Cobb?
No. That's the monster Matanza Cueto.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who's in the mask. I don't know who Blue Demon is.
A lot of the luchadors on this show stay in mask, even in real life.
Wow. Stomped on Chavo's hands. That's straight up. Chavo goes for the leg. So tempo is rowdy.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, his government name has never been officially disclosed to the public.
Blue Demon?
Junior.
That's funny. Blue Demon Jr., that's funny. That Hurricane Rana there looked a little funky.
Although I can tell you that according to Wikipedia, he's 58.
Interesting.
That's all right.
We know his age, we just don't know his name.
And this wasn't that long ago that he was already old by this time.
Yeah, what was this, like 10 years ago? So he would have been...
48?
I mean, Chavo was in his 40s, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had to have been. I mean, he must be. Good old Kerwin White.
Ooh.
This is like, what, 7, 8 years after Kerwin White?
Do we have to keep bringing that up? I don't even like Chavo. That's so funny.
So 2014 to 2018. Those are the 4 years of Lucha Underground. So 14 years, so 10 years ago. Let's see, how old is Chavo right now? Chavo Guerrero.
Make sure you put you.
Yeah, Chavo. He's 54, so he was 44 in Blue Demon was 48 in this match. Oh, now I need to see what year Kerwin White was.
Why did you bring up that
Let's see.
horrible time in WWE?
Let's see if it. Oh, they do actually list it here. Interesting. They actually have it listed as Wikipedia, but it doesn't say what's number of phone.
Oof.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like the wrestling just seemed much better.
Guerrero's Cruiserweight Champion and Kerwin White. So 2004 and 2005.
Oh,
So it was about 10 years before this.
yeah. I thought
Oh, Blue Demon gets the
later
win
than
over
that, I
Chop.
thought that was like 2006, 2007.
I mean,
No.
that's just Wikipedia. But
It just seemed like it took like that.
ooh, Conan backstage with Dario Cueto.
See, that was their mistake. Bringing in Conan. He doomed it right from the start.
A lot of people have issues with Vampiro.
A
Yeah,
lot of
but
people
they
have
like
issues with Conan. I mean, I didn't know any. I mean, I didn't know any better. I probably still don't really know a whole lot, but like, I mean, I always liked him in WCW, and then when I saw him here again, I was like, oh shit, Conan's back. But then I know he's not a very good. I don't know he's a bad person, but I just know he's such a questionable trend over the years. So
he talks too much.
He never shuts up.
yeah, he's very opinionated and he likes to talk. So those two things don't always go well together.
Like when he was in TNA, when they were doing LAX, he was
Right.
good. And that's because he had somebody that could make him shut up. But now he just runs roughshod and sucks for everybody.
They're talking about Johnny Mundo. He's going to be Johnny. What is he on here? Is he Mundo on here? Is that what it is?
He's only Mundo here,
Okay.
which is crazy because, yeah, you would think he'd be Johnny Underground.
Johnny Underground.
A dude that I think is a great commentator who I didn't expect to be is Matthew Raywalt.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of that because we were talking about TNA, and that popped in my head. Like I did not expect it when he left WWE to become a commentator instead, but man, he does so good with it.
I fully expected him to be a great commentator because he's so theatrical, but he's also really, really good with his knowledge.
Getting ready for our second match. It looks like we're getting a Prince Puma clip right now. Conan's talking about Prince Puma.
He had so much more personality when he didn't talk.
You know, it's kind of a shame he didn't take his wife's last name. Talking about Matthew Raywalt.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't want. She. She doesn't even really want to be affiliated with the last name right now.
Oh, really? Oh, because of the mother.
Her mom.
I was thinking of the father.
Yeah, it's because of her mom and her sister and their actions, and yeah.
Conan talking about the importance of the luchador's mask and Prince Puma's mask.
So Eddie had 3 daughters.
Yes, 2 with Vicky, 1 without Vicky.
Oh,
And
I didn't know that.
No, he had 4, I think, because I think he had 2 without Vicky, but I know 1 for sure. Yeah, when he was going through his drug problems, that's when he had outside kids, or an outside kid.
And we all agreed to count Dominic as one as well, right?
Y'all can say that all you want to, but that is Ray's son. He just got all the hype that Ray never got.
Charisma, skill.
Let's not lie to ourselves. He just got the hype.
He also rocks the mullet like Eddie.
No,
but
he has a mullet. Eddie actually wore the mullet. The mullet wears Dom. Sorry.
I did not know that Eddie had a mullet until this year. I realized, oh shit, that's a mullet. Because it was
sexy star.
The original.
ring.
I feel bad that she did what she did, and her career ended the way it ended.
I mean,
I'm not familiar. I don't know.
She broke Rosemary's arm.
Oh, I did not know that.
And Rosemary was telling her stop. Like,
oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So no one wants to hire her at wrestling anymore. The last thing that I know she did was MMA.
Interesting.
Lucha Underground was known for intergender wrestling, and they were one of the best at doing it because the women got really inventive. They got really inventive.
Booking on this is great.
I mean, honestly, I feel like Lucha Underground took more inspiration from Mortal Kombat than it did from anything else.
It did.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Oh my god, I forgot what also Lucha Underground gave us. 2 very important people. Thunder Rosa as Cobra Moon.
Yep.
And the original Bray Wyatt, Marty the Moth.
Marty the Moth Martinez, that's right.
I had 2 people in mind that you were going to say, and Marty the Moth wasn't either of them. I thought you were either going to say Wesley or Luchasaurus.
No.
Vibra.
Yeah, that was Luchasaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vibra.
I just felt so bad for Marty because I think him and either Luke Harper or Bray Wyatt was supposed to do something. And that's it.
Vibora, Luchasaurus. He was originally intended to be a member of the Wyatt family, and he got cut, and it became I'm spacing on his name now. Eric Rowan. Became Eric Rowan.
Son of Havoc telling Sexy Star to leave the ring.
Yeah, that
Just go
makes
ahead
sense.
and get counted out.
I'm kind of glad it happened. Like, I'm not glad he got cut, but I'm glad he wasn't in the Wyatts.
Sexy Star said, hell no. Back in the ring. Oh, attacking Son of Havoc from behind. This is my first introduction to Matt Cross or Son of Havoc. I had never seen him before. Lucha Underground.
Is he still wrestling?
He was in AEW for a minute on Dark and whatchamacallit for a minute, but I haven't seen him in a long time now. Sending Sexy Star into the corner. She counters. Ooh, sending Havoc into the corner. Ooh, big right hand. Sexy Star up to the top rope. Big crossbody. 1, 2. Havoc kicks out. Son of Havoc. Ooh. Backbreaker. 2. Oh, that was it. Oh, that was awful quick. All right. Son of Havoc wins with a big backbreaker and a quick 3 count.
The time where everybody liked Evilise.
Johnny Mundo versus Prince Puma will be our either next match or main event. It's next on Lucha Underground, it says. And we're back after a little, what was a commercial.
Isn't it weird when you watch these things without the commercial?
It is.
You tell where
It still has a little cut in it, right, where the commercial was, but
that makes me wonder what happens.
Chavo backstage after his loss.
It makes me wonder what y'all are going to see during Raw. Like, when some people are watching commercials, what are other people going to see?
Right. I always found it really weird being at a live show during the commercial time. Like when they're, there's just nothing going on in the arena. Basically, they just don't do anything during the commercial time.
So,
or sometimes they'll have a dark match or something. I mean, whatever, but usually it's nothing.
I know when I would go to AEW and they would have the commercials, they would still be fighting because it's like y'all paid all this damn money. Shit,
right?
We gonna put on a show.
I know that sometimes WWE will do some crowd work during commercial breaks. A big thing when I went to AEW is that during the commercial break, one person would have their entrance, and then when you got back from commercial break, then the person who's going to win the match had their entrance.
Dolores says, "Hey, CM, missed you."
Hey, Dolores.
Johnny Mundo from Los Angeles, California.
Wait, that hand motion you just did, was that Little Rascals?
Yeah.
This one right here?
Dear Darla, you are the scum between my toes. And now he's insane. Good times. Good times.
He-Man Woman Hater Club.
Which hopefully
No,
we
no.
don't get accused of when we get to the Horsey Awards.
Y'all are always going to get used to that because you are He-Man woman haters.
And then Alfalfa had to ruin it and bring Darla in. Prince Puma coming to the ring. God, thinking back on it, this was the first time I saw a lot of these people because I don't think, I mean, I don't ever, I didn't, I knew that Ricochet was Prince Puma, but I didn't have any idea who Prince Puma was before I knew Prince Puma. Like I knew when he showed up as Ricochet that had been Prince Puma in Lucha Underground, but I had never heard of him or seen him before this. I don't remember. I mean,
After this, he had his match with Will Ospreay. That's highly,
right.
Although a lot of people hated it at the time. They were like, "Oh, they're just flippy dudes. All they can do is do flips."
All right.
Like, how did you not appreciate that match? Like, especially the one where the top rope broke and they did all their moves off the middle rope or with no rope.
Was that Rev Pro?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been so many years.
I feel like they did that in England.
They hated on anything not WWE.
It's true.
And that's what I've come to realize.
I always feel bad for getting tired of here because I know it's so much later for you guys. I can't help it. I was already on the couch yawning at like 6:30. I was like, you got a podcast. Shut up.
I started up a new franchise mode for Madden. It kept me awake.
Wow.
Doing the Carolina Panthers this time.
I said I was going to be here, so I stuck it out. Now, tomorrow, if I'm grouchy at work, I will tell my coworkers why I'm grouchy at work.
Well, we appreciate you being here and coming back.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with y'all, tax season, y'all might not see me.
I hear you.
On the bright side, I think there's only one more match after this.
You know the thing that's always so good about Prince Puma matches? Oh shit. I never felt like he wasn't giving his all.
Yeah.
Like, you know how some folks phone it in? I will say this first season of Lucha Underground, I didn't feel like anybody was phoning it in.
Yeah.
Season 2 either. Now, season 3 was a little sketchy. And, of course, 4 was 4. But 1 and 2, yeah, you could really tell they really wanted this to be big.
Yeah, come season 4, that Aztec gold ran dry.
I really think it was because of all the changes that were happening and the lack of consistency. If it had been more consistent, I think we would have been okay.
And Johnny off the ropes. Backbreaker from Johnny Mundo.
A little disappointed that Jake Hager didn't make a replica of the title and carry around to this day and just claim he's the forever, Lucha Underground champion.
Jake Hager is... He need to go find that hat. That's what he needs to do. I said I was gonna be nicer when we first started.
We won't into that. They're outside the ring. Johnny stalking Puma, sending him back into the ring.
But yeah, Jericho upgraded from Jake Hager. He's got W. Morrissey now.
Springboard drop kick. Yeah, Big Bill's definitely better than Jake Hager.
I know. This gonna be everybody's gonna be mad at me for saying this. I want Enzo to pop up and take W Morrissey away from Chris Jericho.
I like Enzo. I never had a problem with Enzo. I mean, I guess I could see how, it depending on how much of that is really his real personality, I could see how it might wear on people and get annoying in real life. But like, I never had a problem with him on my TV. I always enjoyed him. I mean, I always thought he was fun.
I think that's the whole thing. Is that in small doses, it's good. 15 minutes
Right.
once a week.
I don't
I've heard
mind.
he's difficult to work with.
No, I don't mind Enzo being a douche. I don't mind the shtick that he. I could deal with that more than I could deal with like a MJF. If I had to work with the MJF,
You'd rather work with a douche than work with a dick.
Yeah.
Instead, you're streaming with me, so you're working with an asshole instead.
An aspiring asshole. Because as bad as you think you are, you're really not.
Guys exchanging rights and lefts over the announce table. Striker and Vampiro had to get out of the way. Oh, Puma just bounced Mundo's head off the table.
You know
Mundo
what?
just jumped over the table.
Did what I always wanted an announcer to do. And be the higher power. Like
Be
that,
the higher power.
I always wanted an announcer to do something cool like that.
You like Vampiro. I always like Vampiro.
Like, even when he had the drug problem and all that stuff, I love Vampiro. I love La Parka more, or LA Parka, or whatever it was more. But I always like Vampiro.
I can tell you that the Mundos are not a fan. I believe I read that they refused to work with him ever again.
Interesting.
Well, I can like the guy because I don't have to work with him. His behavior behind the scenes, I don't disagree with Ty. But, I don't have to work with him. So, yeah. It's like I used to like Jim. But I also didn't have to work with him. I do prefer him over Vince Russo, but that's just mainly because Vince Russo says, bro, too fucking much.
You say that, but like, I'd love to work with Matt Riddle.
Oh, huge flying clothesline from Puma.
The world.
Flying uppercut. Sends Mundo into the corner.
Say again, CM, you broke up there.
I don't think there's enough weed for me to work with that.
Flying crossbody 1, 2. Johnny Mundo kicks out.
So many standing.
Eddie, yeah. He went for a standing moonsault. Mundo rolled out of the way. He landed on his feet and then went for another standing one and hit it. Unreal.
Like, that was the first time I ever saw something like that.
Yeah, I think for me too. If I remember, I mean, I'm trying to, I mean, obviously, I'd seen some Lucha Libre stuff because they've had some stuff over the years in WWE and in WCW, a very, very little. I mean, this was really my first foray into what I would call, a more traditional Lucha Libre like
Same.
wrestling style.
Watching this, I'm feeling like this might have been Johnny at his best.
Oh my
It
God,
was.
yeah.
He had the person like it plays to a lot of people's strengths because Johnny wrestling and Johnny and Taya are very good wrestlers for Lucha Underground. Like something that has story and something that is filmed like a movie. They are very good at.
If Freddie Prinze Jr. is still making his promotion, that's definitely the sort of style he should go for, in my opinion.
He wants to turn. Okay, so have you paid attention to the reports?
No, I haven't.
Apparently, there's interest in the wrestling show, but with the wrestling show, he wants to have like a docu-series to go with it to hype it up, and people aren't really understanding that. Like, how are you going to do a reality series and a wrestling show all at one time?
AEW tried it, and I don't think people enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, that's also because politician Cody was up there.
Oh, I was referring to the one with Adam Cole and Britt Baker.
Yeah, that had Cody and Brandy.
Huh.
I never watched that show.
Watch that now.
What was it, like Backstage or All Access or?
Yeah. It had potential, but yeah. Jeez, man. Ooh.
Tried to go for Tarsha Payne, but Ricochet wasn't there.
I liked it better than
Meteora.
Roads to the Top.
Then what?
I liked it better than Roads to the Top.
Rose to the Top was good because you had Ricky Starks and Goldust. That's why it was good. Round Rose to the Top was good.
Never watched that either.
But I maintain if they had let Brandy do like they did on BTE with her and JF, it would have been good. Rose to the Top.
It's the 450. Mundo trying to capitalize.
That was a 3.
Moonlight Drive, 1, 2, and Puma
That
gets
was a
out.
3.
Woo.
He clearly counted
That
a
was
3.
3. Jeez Louise, that was 3 if I've ever seen it. He tried to go for the pop-up powerbomb. Puma counters. Spanish Fly from Johnny. Starship Pain. There it is. 2, 3. Johnny with the win. I think they just said what a main event. So I think that was the last match. Yeah, there's only like 4 minutes left. Just going to be some little backstage storytelling. So that was our main event. A hell of a main event.
Was this the... I can't remember. Was it on this one or is it next one?
I've only seen this the one time before this, when it was actually live on TV. So
I'm trying to remember if it was this episode or next episode where we meet Matanza.
these two had Puma and Mundo hugging in the ring, showing some respect. Johnny raising Puma's hand.
Oh, did you send the categories for the Horsey Awards in Discord?
I have not yet, but I will. I'll try to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
Now remember
a month
that-
away from having to do that, so.
Women count.
I gotta start filling that out if I want to have it filled out in time.
We are still people right now. So
A
acknowledge
little
it.
while longer. The winner of this match gets $100,000. The briefcase that Dario had earlier. Oh, Johnny tried
Ooh,
to go get it, and Dario closed it. Oh, now Dario's trying to run away as Johnny tries to grab it. Oh, now they're being attacked. Johnny and Puma are getting beat up by, is that LAX?
I believe so. Homicide and
Yep.
Hernandez.
And
And
And oh, look at how young Homicide looks there. And he was already old, but he looks young. Hmm. Oh, Puma taking the double team from LAX. This is a beatdown. Johnny's about to get choked slammed or holy smokes. He's been scouting the best fighters in the world, and these guys work for me. Crowd booing. Dario's keeping his briefcase. Needless to say, Johnny's not getting his $100,000 for winning the main event. And that is the conclusion of episode 1 of season 1 of Lucha Underground. Welcome to the temple. Very good opening show, some good opening matches. Chavo lost. Sexy Star lost.
Son of Havoc
And
won. Better way to say that.
Son of Havoc won. That's correct. Blue Demon won. And whatchamacallit? Johnny Mundo won. But I guess in the long run, Mundo and Puma lost because they got beat down by Dario Cueto and LAX and his luchadors that he has hired to be his henchmen. So,
well,
unless
he
anyone,
specifically said at the end, did you think it was just luchadors I hired? I said I went around the world and hired the best fighters, and these men work for me, and then handed them the money.
that's correct. That is correct. All right. So because it's already late, we'll and this episode is over. We will do some house cleaning and get out of here. Let's see. Sunday, tune in for Enter the Square Circle, 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 or 11. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Myself and Sammy Joe. I don't know what we will be doing this Sunday, but there should be something. So make sure and join us for that. You won't be disappointed at whatever it is. So
it's one of two things. It's either going to be us doing Survivor Series, or it's going to be the start of us doing our Madden franchise series.
All right, there we go. So then Tuesday nights, which you're here with us now every Tuesday live, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, for the Cookout, where we come together and talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling and do all sorts of stuff. Tonight we watched episode 1 of season 1 of Lucha Underground. Welcome to the temple. That starts our Lucha Underground watch along. There are a lot of episodes. It's only 4 seasons, but there's like 88 episodes. So I think we'll probably do episode 2 next week. Let's plan on that. And so make sure, but join us every week for the Cookout. Again, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern live. And then Friday nights, we're here for Friday Night Fights. Danica and Sammy Joe watch SmackDown and Rampage starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Watching in real time, giving you their live reactions and opinions to the shows as they happen, and whatever other pay-per-views or whatever other shows are going on Friday nights. We usually squeeze those in and watch those also. Then Saturday mornings, myself, Anika, and Sammy Joe review Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Dynamite from the week before, grade each show, and then declare a winner of the week. That is 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern every Saturday morning. And then Saturday nights is all right. We do our Collision watch along starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern with the beginning of Collision, where we watch it in real time and give you our real time opinions and reactions and review of the show. So I think let me put up the QR code real quick. We'll put up the QR code. You can scan this QR code. That will take you to Linktree, and from Linktree you can get to all of our social medias from one nice little location, so you can interact with us everywhere. We are everywhere. Let's see. We are on all of these places. Let's take the QR code down now. All those places you can catch us. And if you want to listen to the Cookout, just the audio version of the Cookout podcast, you can catch it on these podcast locations. So make sure and check that out. I think that's basically it. Unless you guys got anything else, we'll say peace and get up out of here. Peace.